Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Ratchet Clank 2, Going Commando. When we last left off, we disabled the Thanks for Less jamming array, which gave us access to the next planet, which happens to contain the Thanks for Less #1 leisure choice, which happens to be a motorcycle gang that also, makes gloves and mittens and other things like that. Nonetheless though, we shall continue. This guy is firing out chicken bots. However, with the power of miniature nuclear explosions, chicken bots are not a problem. Let's start putting experience now into our Lancer instead. The experience mechanic of the game can be fun to have your weapons get more powerful, but it can also have a downside in that if you fail to spread out the experience into weapons that need it, and you keep using your favourite weapon for too long, then you start having the issue that you just start running out of things you can get. Rather, especially in the challenge mode, I suppose is the better way to put it. It's not much of a problem really in the regular game, but when you play the game again with the harder enemies, if you haven't actually leveled everything up by then, things start to go badly for you. So what we're doing here, I'm going to not give it too much time because I don't want to wait around all day, but there is a skill point for getting 300 bolts from a slot machine. You need triple bars for it though. So I'm just going to use all of the slot machines simultaneously. Occasionally they'll blow themselves up and unleash chicken bots on you, which is not exactly what you want either. $400 bolts is what I want. I need triple bars, please. This guy gave us ammunition. That one fizzled. That's gonna blow up. Oh, it didn't actually. Shockingly. But if this doesn't give us what I want, I might just wait until I get that aforementioned item that allows me to destroy all the breakables. I'll give it like 30 seconds longer. Oh, that one unleashed more chicken bots on us. Because I don't need this ammunition. It's just wasting money. Okay, this isn't working. That's a fizzle. That gives me back some bolts, I guess, but let's just move on. I'll equip the mini nuke for the moment because there'll be some enemies ahead that will require some lovely splash damage. Like so. Now we'll pull out the chopper. Excellent. Oh, not quite. That just flew off into space. That's a bit more like it. And let's continue. Though apparently this particular resort you don't need oxygen for. Rather, you don't need the rebreather for. So despite it being in outer space, this particular part doesn't count as being in outer space. Maybe they generate an atmosphere in this nebula. Either way, let's hop into this limousine. This will take us to the other half of the map. Have to do some ledge grabbing shenanigans. Okay, let's just keep moving across. And up we go. Looks like some more enemies are going to be dropped off. As you can see though, the mini nuke does good work at eliminating these enemies. More enemies are being dropped off as we fight, however. Ouch. Notice how that did 2 damage at this point of the game. Yeah, the game doesn't mess around as much as the predecessor did in terms of dealing you harm. That should do it nicely. There we go. Yeah, with the health system they have in place and the armor... Whoop, did you notice? There is a platinum bolt here. There you go, it was here all along. Got him! I'll take that. We may have not been able to get the gambling going, but we only should get this platinum bolt. That's half the battle.
Jump between walls by jumping toward a wall and pressing X again as you hit it.
No problem. Excellent. Let's move up here and continue our progression forward. We'll use the mini nuke here.
More accurately, press and hold L1.
Our health did increase, some experience there. We'll head back to the Lancer. I think the Lancer is the next weapon I'd like to level into its upgraded version. In Ratchet Clank 2, weapons can only be upgraded once in the first playthrough. In the second playthrough, in the challenge mode, you can upgrade things further, but for what we're doing here, it shouldn't matter. Okay, more enemies are being dropped in. One sort of criticism you could have of the Lancer is that it's not really the highest damage weapon. The rate of fire is good and it does have some auto-aim, which is useful, but it's not exactly the strongest weapon in the game. Makes sense because it's your starting weapon, but nonetheless, let's destroy all these various boxes and such. There's a vendor here, but I still don't think we can purchase anything useful. No. So, we'll top ourselves off, however, and then enter the battle arena.
Is everyone ready for tonight's Mega Battle? Introducing from nowhere in particular, this guy. If he can make it past all of our gladiators, he'll take home this brand new electrolyzer. If he can't make it past our gladiators, he'll receive a consolation prize. Let the games begin!
Let's do it, eh? Notice how they just... In this universe, people don't generally care about killing each other. It's like, it's a pretty small deal, all things considered. Okay, so arena battles are a pretty big part of Ratchet & Clank 2. Well, they're as big in that you can do as many of them as you like, you can earn more experience for your weapons, and you can gain bolts from doing it, so... It's a big part of the game in its own right. And there are 2 of them in the game. So, let's continue to eliminate the oncoming enemies. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. Notice that there are arena traps, so you've got to keep your wits about yourself. These flamethrowers, for example, the spinning blades. But ammunition spawns are provided throughout the fight as well. The flamethrower guys, though, aren't too much of a problem. We can easily just lancer those guys down. Round 6 of 6, we're doing well. Notice that the arena itself will be able to eliminate some enemies for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first and, well, only winner of the Gladiator Games, this guy. You're now eligible for our championship series. Come back and fight again for big cash prizes.
Congratulations, you have earned an electrolyzer. We can exit the arena or continue fighting to earn bolts. So, for example, we have the electrolyzer battle, which we did, the hazard challenge to watch your step, the chain blade challenge, the timed challenge to kill 30 enemies in 30 seconds. And that's all we have for now, but we can unlock more, such as chain blade and the other boss B2 Brawler. The vendors here as well, which can give us more stuff. Let's do one or 2 of these battles so we can get access to the Blitz gun, shall we? Let's start with the Hazard Challenge. Okay. It also can help us upgrade our weapons. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, really. There's probably some enemies behind me. Always tends to be. Gotta keep your wits about you in these games.
It's like watching a train wreck. Wow.
Oh yes, there's also witty commentary from the peanut gallery, as it were. People, hype men, I think that's what they call them, right? People pay to just be like, whoa! This guy just went into the kitchen and he made a smoothie! Oh! I imagine that's how they live their lives. Unless I think this challenge hasn't been too much of a problem. Final round. Take care of the flame troopers. And now these remaining gladiators. Nice, we just earned 1500 bolts from that performance. And we can continue fighting.
Choose a battle and win a prize.
So you can do a battle again for a less bolts, but you can repeat it. So this next is the Chain Blade Challenge. Let's do that last. Let's do the Time Challenge next. Alright. We need to kill 30 enemies in 30 seconds. We need to keep our DPS high. Let's do that by using mini nukes. It's the only way we're going to keep our DPS up, as it were. We're actually running out of time, to be honest. Got him. And so there we go. We've just earned another 1500 bolts. So let's earn more bolts.
Choose a battle and win a prize.
There's another times challenge to kill 60 enemies in 60 seconds. Don't mind if I do. We're going to need to use the mini nuke for this one.
I've got my money on the lombax with spunk.
Okay.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, we're out of ammunition. Ammunition's necessary. We need that.
Wow.
If we're out of ammunition, this is not going to work. Alright, more mini nuke ammunition, please.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Lombax is using a gun! Whoa!
Where did this guy come from?
He came from Velvet, like most normal people do. Alright, 2 more enemies to go. We can take these out at our leisure. We shall use the Lancer for this. Excellent.
We have a winner.
We do. We have an endurance challenge next. Things are going well for us. But let's do what we've all been waiting for, shall we? The Chain Blade Challenge. We'll max out our mini nuke before we do it.
Returning to battle is everyone's favorite gladiator. He slices, he dices, and carves up a mean dish. Please welcome Chain Blade.
Chain Blade! Let's try to do whatever we can. So we can avoid the slashing, but then he does some ranged attacks like that. I've just been chipping away at him right now. Probably need to use something a bit more powerful, frankly. You said amping it up? Let's try chopping him instead. That's doing a bit more damage. I'm liking that a bit better. Even if it bounces a bit, it's like, okay.
That's gotta hurt.
It doesn't have the most reliable accuracy. Let's just shove a bunch of shuriken into him, shall we?
Money on the lombax with spunk.
Yes!
Chain Blade's really got his hands full with this one.
And it's going to be a close battle. Will I continue to evade enemy attacks? Once he gets back to ground level, I can then just throw some more shuriken at him.
The furry guy is on a rampage. I can't believe it. Chain Blade has been defeated.
Got him!
You are the winner.
Nice. We've earned a nice amount of bolts. We can now battle the V2 Brawler as well, but I think that was a good stint for our first arena performance.
See you later.
So before we go, we'll have to make our way back to the ship and to the MegaCorp vendor. We need to use the electrolyzer to do that, because this bridge is broken. But we can fix it now, because the electrolyzer allows you to fix broken machinery. So let's do it, shall we? So how it works is you'll have these little sparks of electricity, which are moving towards connectors. And if you fail it, you'll see that it reveals the moment of failure. So we'll try it again. And you press circle to flip the connectors. So it's a matter of reactions, just to judge where all the electricity is going. And there you go. This machinery is now fixed. Excellent. So it's one of the replacements for the Trespasser in this game. There's actually two different gadgets that function in that way. Let's do it again.
Hey, this would make a nice souvenir for Clank. Yeah! Hey!
You have no idea what you're involved in. Return to your own galaxy immediately, or this will happen to you. Or this will happen to you. Farewell.
Oh.
Priorities, Ratchet. Be concerned about your friend, not happy about your weird selfie thing that you got. Let's use the electrolyzer and get out of here, shall we? Alright, here we go. Let's fix this machine. And fixed! Like so. The designer for the electrolyzer actually had to work pretty hard at it, because it was apparently one of those mini-games that used to frustrate people.
If you want to earn lots of bolts, visit the arena later for more battles.
And I will do that, don't you worry. He had to work quite hard at it to make it obvious to people why they failed, which is why it gives that really big glowing ring when you mess it up, so it's like, behold, the spot of your failure. You know where to look next time. Then it made it a bit more nicer for people. Before we go, let's purchase this Blitz gun, shall we? We now have the Blitz gun. Yeah, it's a shotgun. Behold! Shotguns. I think even if you're not holding the button down, Ratchet will even do like a reloading animation. There you go. Literally a shotgun. Thank you all for watching. When we come back next time, there'll be more shotgun, there'll be more Ratchet, and maybe even some Clank, who currently only appears in cutscenes.